Hello, patrons, or possibly latecomers if you're watching this on Sunday. We're doing a porch video today because I thought it would be fun to switch things up a little bit. And I come to you as a man on a mission. You see, the Cognac region in southern France has a couple of sub-regions, and my favorite, the one where my heart is, at least in those sub-regions, is the Borderies. That's the vineyards kind of right outside of the city of Cognac itself. There's just a kind of floral green, like nervous, edgy quality to Borderies Cognac that I really, really like, and it reminds me a little bit of some of the weirder great musk spirits you'll find in France, but still very recognizably Cognac. I love them. The problem is, I've never found a 90 in a Borderies Cognac. I haven't been able to push the scores that high. So I really want to find my perfect Borderies Cognac. So we're going to try one today. Let's see how it goes. This is a you can't see this from this, but it says Grateaud. Brut lot 35. Or number 35. 35 is not the vintage. Don't get excited. This was not distilled in 1935. 35 is apparently the age that they bottled this. And yeah, this is from the Grateaud family in Chérac, which is just kind of westish of Cognac proper, the city. They have a bunch of Borderies vineyards. I think they have a couple of other vineyards here. Ooh. Dark color. They bought a couple of other vineyards up over the years, but mainly a Borderies producer. So yeah, 57.9% alcohol by volume, straight from the cask. Borderies, 35 years old, and not expensive. I am very, very pumped to try this, but it needs a sparring partner. And I don't have any more Borderies bottlings on me. So we're going to taste this. You also can't see it, but it says La Prenellerie, which is a cognac from Bois, which is the second from outermost circle of the kind of rings of circles around the city of kind of regions around the city of Cognac. Bois doesn't get a lot of love. But I personally have really enjoyed them, just to some extent even more than some of the Framboise bottlings. They get a little bit interesting to me. So I like Bois. It is also the only region that I know of that is mentioned in a James Bond movie. So there's that. All right, this is obviously a 1973 vintage. So, oh God, math on camera. We're pushing 50 years old on this. I think it was bottled in 2025. So yeah, this should be a 50-year-old. So it's going to give the Borderies a good run for its money. So we got a very fun Bois versus Borderies battle going on here. Let's start with the Prenellerie. Bottled by these Authentic Spirits folks. Although, weirdly enough, I don't think it's on their website. You have to buy it through non-authentic spirit. You have to buy this Authentic Spirits from websites that are not Authentic Spirits. Cognac. I mean, it's a beautiful little nose. So you are getting a hell of a lot of peach. It's stewed peach, but it's also like almost a fresh peach, almost an unripe peach, green peach. Apricot as well. There are some flowers in this. I'm expecting tons of flowers in the Borderies, but this is no slouch. Some fresh flowers. A lot of tobacco notes on this. So, certainly some burley. There's some real nuttiness to this, like nutty tobacco. But also some kind of a sweeter stuff, maybe some black Cavendish thrown in there. Super duper pretty. I mean, Darjeeling tea, quite a lot of tea. Black pepper. There's some fig. But honestly, the kind of aggressive French oaky notes you get on a lot of Armagnac, say the figs, the prunes. They're kind of staying out of the way. They're letting the peaches, the other kinds of fruits, the nectarines, the apricots. They're letting those come through, the stone fruits. There's a certain minerality to this. There's a little touch of chalk. Hi, Sam. Sam likes chalk. Just a little whiff of like peat moss or something like that. Not peat like peat moss. I mean, very, very, very fun. Let's see what we got on the palate. Oh, just that. This is a very good cognac. Feels like I just bit into a fresh peach, and then or like a peach, but also like an apricot. I bit into both at the same time, and then they just exploded into like Darjeeling tea and black pepper in my mouth, and I'm enjoying it. The word for this is refined. This is, yeah. I mean, it has poise. It has a smoothness. There's a yeah. I mean, that's about the best I can do with like it. Smooth in a positive way, not to say lack of qualities. It's got rizz. Let's go with that. This has a rizz. This absolutely has a rizz. This is a rizz cognac. Starting to rain a little bit. I don't know how many more days I'm going to be. It's going to be warm enough to do this outside, but hopefully a few more. Oh yeah, cinnamon, clove, allspice. The tobacco thing again. Again, lots of burley, black Cavendish, red stove tobacco. Red Stove, Virginia, I'm sorry. Oh no, I've got water hitting my hitting my arm over here, so I'm going to move things over a little bit. Lots of fruit. Again, I'm sorry, the rain is kind of distracting me. Peach, nectarine, apricot, but also some fig, a little bit of a little touch of golden raisin as well. So yeah, this is in French oak. It's cognac. You're not going to miss that. But
Toto, come here.
I like this a lot. Nice flavors, really good set of flavors, but it's really the form that is impressive to me on this. It's just such a beautiful transition from the fruit on the arrival to the structure on the back end, and there's even kind of a little bit of a floral action that really only comes in as you transition into the finish. Just a little burst of potpourri. It's very nice. Give this like a couple squirts of water. We'll come back to it. It's 52 or 3, right? So it might. Let's see if that does it. I'll give it like half a squirt more and leave it there. Half a squirt. Okay, but now the one we came here for. I'm going to move this back over. I think it stopped raining. Now the one we came here for. Grateaud, Brut, 35-year-old Borderies. A little bit more restrained on the nose. Hold on. I'm going to swirl this a little bit. Oh, the bees are attacking. Hello, Mr. B. I'm recording a video. Okay. There is a kind of floral side to the Borderies, and then there's a kind of like sour fruit side of the Borderies. This is on the sour fruit edge of things. Oh, but there's flowers too. So yeah. Oh, and now it's coming alive. Okay. Field flowers, blossoms, daisies, all that stuff. But also like sour plum, sour raisin. Certainly some fig, apricot, sour cherry, touch of cider apple in this too. This is interesting. Black tea, like stewed Assam tea. There's a little bit. What is that? There's a little bit of a tobacco note on this too, but it's more like a Maduro cigar kind of thing. Good Maduro cigar. And just a lot of like real proper brown sugar, jaggery, Cocteau, whatever you want to go with. And now the flowers are really coming out of force. There's a little bit of rose water. Okay, I was a little bummed on first contact with this, but it's coming around. All right, I want to taste it. Silence, please. Hot damn, it's a good Borderies. I like this. I have to say, right up front, in terms of development and rizz, I do think the Bon Bois has it. I do think this is winning, but this has more flowers, more sour, and just kind of more power to it. It has more punch. This has more rizz. This has more punch. Mm-hmm. Arrives on a lot of dried fruit, cherry, fig, prune, sour raisin, but also apricot, fresh apricot, a little nectarine, like just fruit sours, a little bit of like a Sour Patch Candy thing in there as well, which I'm enjoying. But then as it kind of moves into the mid-palate, boom, the flowers come out. You get potpourri, you get blossoms, you get a little bit of rose water. Some cane syrup in there for half a hot second. A little caramel. And then we're right on into the finish, which is big and powerful and tannic and grippy. In some ways, it feels like a more wild, rustic version of a Grand Champagne. In some ways, than what I typically think of with Borderies. But that's not weird, right? Like Borderies is right next to Grand Champagne, so there's some commonalities there. But I do like this. There's a lot of power here. I want to see what this does with water. If the wood comes out, I'm like, it could be a problem. But what I'm hoping for is that water will kind of bring out a little bit more development and a little bit more power, mouth presence. We shall see. 4. A little bit more, like 3 drops. And I'm going to stop myself. These are both quite good. All right. Back to the Prenellerie 73. A little bit more raisin coming through on the nose now. A little bit more... I don't know, a typical Bois style cognaciness, like raisinettes or raisins in caramel. A little bit more of that, but still very much just... It's a nice nose. It's so cognac-y, but it's got character, and I really like this stuff. I don't remember what I scored the what was the 83 or the 84 of this, but this is up there. All right, on the palate. What a charmer. Oh yeah, there's some like ginger, good ginger that kind of steps in, more pepper, but nice pepper. What is that? Like a little bit of like a bitter fruitiness, some kind of what am I thinking of? Like the kind of bitter part of plums, you know what I'm talking about? It feels a little bit like that going in. There's a little bit of like a green fruity bitterness to this now, but it's good. It's like refreshing. A little lime peel. That little hint of chalk is still there and fun. And it just has this, What's really impressing me about this is, well, the mouth presence, but also just the way it kind of, it does its thing. Like the transition from the front of the arrival on the front of the palate, all the yummy, fruity, sweety stuff, to the structure on the back end is just impeccable. Dang, can I go 90 on this? I don't think I can go 90 on this, but it's pretty close. We're very close. I mean, this is super duper long finish. It's not incredibly complex, but it's complex enough. It's certainly balanced. This rain is coming down again. It's certainly balanced. It's got power. I don't know if it's got as much power as the Borderies, but it's got power. I'm not going to go 90. I will go 89 plus. This is fabulous cognac, and not badly priced. If you like this style, seek this out. It's tremendous. All right, 89 plus. Back to the Borderies. I'm gonna have some water. You don't even notice how dry and bitter and, well, dry, I guess is the word, on the back end this is, until you're like done drinking it, because it's so pleasant. You're just like, I'm gonna have another sip, and then it's only when you put it down you go to like, Jesus, it just sucked all the moisture out of my mouth. All right, moving on to the Borderies. I am smelling flowers smothered with sour fruit, and it's great. Not a whole lot of development on the nose from where it was before. That being said, it took a while for it to come around before, so let's give it some time. I mean, it's about where it was. I mean, honestly, there's maybe a little bit more of a kiwi thing creeping through. That's fun. Just a little bit. But what I want to see is the palate. Let's taste it on the palate. Oh, it's a really good Borderies. It's a really good Borderies. It's everything I want from a Borderies. It's got the weird sour edginess. There's an energy, there's a fizz to this, which I like. But it's not going to beat the Bombois. It's just not. Like, this is better. Terrific. There's a minerality on this now. Some like pebbles and roadside gravel to this, which was not evident on my first go round before I added water, but now it's really coming out. So yeah, front end of this, flowers, lots of sour fruit, very similar profile, a little bit more orange now, like bitter orange peel coming through, and then yeah, it sort of turns right around to this, almost Grand Champagne kind of punch of tannins and power, and that's fun too. And lots of, minerality kind of happening, pepper. It might actually have more complexity going for it than the Bombois. But I think the Bombois is winning this on development and presence in the mouth. It's just a better brandy. Not by much, by a little bit. They're both fabulous. And now I feel bad for the Borderies, because this is, any other flight this is probably winning, but not here. Terrific. I like the rocks. It has a little bit more grip and a little bit more coherence, I guess is the word, with the addition of water. So I'm also going to give this a plus. 88 plus. So we're not that far behind, but we're a little bit behind. And yeah, that is the video. And so your second winner, as it were, is the Grateaud La 35 Cognac Borderies. Highly recommended if you like the style, or even if you like Grand Champagne and want something a little bit weirder and more rustic. This is worth a look. But I don't think it's as good as the Prenellerie 73, which is an 89 plus pointer. Darn close to 90 if it was just a little bit more complex. Rizz is the thing. Alright, that is the video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to head back inside before it really starts raining. Cheers.